What's up, guys? Happy Sunday. I am Tara with Tara Simon Studios, and today's Throne Room Confession is about beauty for ashes. So I want to speak to those of you today who are maybe in a place where you think, wow, I've really gone and done it this time. I am in a black hole, a vortex that is never ending. I cannot dig myself out. I continue to pray and to try to intercede on my behalf. I continue to try to change behaviors, but I still get stuck back in that same rut, that same routine and bad habit. I have been there. You are not alone. And if anybody is honest with themselves and speaks truth, they would agree that at some point they have been in the same situation. But I want to talk to you today about the flip side. I know that there's ashes, right? But I want to talk to you today about the beauty and the beauty in the waiting and the faith building and the perseverance that takes. You know, you could be believing right now for a job. You could be believing for a child, for a husband. You could be believing for a career. You could be believing for healing for a family member. Maybe it's that you are alone in the world and you're believing for friendship and community. You know, I don't know what, or provision, maybe financial provision. You know, for a long time, I have been believing in some specific things for my family, and in particular for my son and myself. And sometimes in those moments of the waiting, there can be, anyway, this temptation of feeling despondent, feeling hopeless. And for me, it's that voice in my head that says, you know, yeah, go ahead and try to pray again, and it's not going to do anything, and there's not going to be a change. And by the time there is, you probably won't even, you know, recognize it anyway. You may miss it, you know. That's a big fear, right? And there's no fear in love. There's no fear in perfect love. And so I encourage myself in those moments, and I want to encourage you to take those thoughts captive. We're called to take every single thought captive. And in those moments of trial within something that seems really ashy, really despondent, really deep and dark, we are lied to. And we also tell ourselves lies. And what's funny about those lies is that usually in the darkest of moments, in the most impatient of moments when you're waiting, the beauty is just on the other side. I speak from experience when I say, and I can't share, you know, the details of this story just yet. But I will at some point soon, and we're gonna look back on this one, and I'll link it back when I can. But I have been praying for something specific for myself and my son in a personal way for a while now. And this past weekend, God showed up in a really big and really powerful way, in a way that is undeniable and indescribable, and in a way that I cannot deny, and I won't. And he's doing a new thing, and he's doing it in a beautiful, pure, and organic way. And I just am so excited for the future, and I'm so happy that I can look back and honestly say, I can be found faithful in that period of not knowing and of waiting and wondering. It's the first time in my life where I can honestly say that. And in that period, guys, of waiting and wanting and pressing in and hoping without any sign of it coming to fruition, that's the moment where your character is forged in the fire. For real. That's really where you separate the boys from the men, so to speak. Like, what are you made of? What stuff are you made of, right? Is it strong? Is it gonna withstand pressure, or is it gonna bend or fold or crack or break under that pressure? I know now I am made of something special and unique and strong. There is a strength within me that can bear a lot of weight, but it didn't come just out of nowhere. It came from being refined. It came from a lot of struggle and a lot of heartache and a lot of hardship. And you may be feeling, well, yeah, that's all I've known, Tara. I've only known struggle and pain and heartache and hardship. Good. You're strong. And that strength is gonna serve you so well when joy comes, because when you're not tired and strong, wow. what a tool, what an instrument, what a weapon you will be. Right now, if you're tired and strong still and building strength, you can still survive and you can even still thrive in that. But wow, when joy comes, when you get that answer, when you get that beauty in exchange for ashes, when God gives you a rose in his hands and gives it to you and exchanges that, and you give him ashes, dirty, sooty ashes, and you change that rose for the ashes and you exchange that, how much sweeter will that rose smell? How much stronger, how much more weaponized and mobilized will you be with the strength that was forged in that fire? During that struggle, that loss, that heartache, that darkness, that blindness, that distance that you feel, how much greater will it be when instead of holding ashes in your hand, you are holding a fragrant, beautiful, perfect, fresh rose, something beautiful that he gave to you and you know he gave to you and no one else could have given it to you. And it was confirmed over and over again. How sweet will it be to know that the strength that you've grown in the dark, hard times will still remain and flourish in that beauty time, to where you will no longer be tired and strong. You will be energized and strong. And what a mighty tool you will be in that moment for the kingdom. So I just encourage you today with such joy in my heart and with such anticipation for hearing your testimony on this in the comments box below or wherever you would like to talk to me about it. Tell me, if you're in the beauty part right now, I want to hear about it. If you're in the ashes part right now, I want to hear about that too. And I want to intercede and press in with you and anticipate that change, that exchange for that rose, for those ashes. I love you guys so much and I love what I do. I'm so proud of you and I'm so grateful to be able to speak into your lives and pour into you. God bless you today and always. Make sure that you spread faith, not fear, love, not germs, be a blessing in a stranger's life, because say it with me, that is how we change the world. And I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.